Hello, this is Darnell with the Soul Food Cookbook YouTube channel and soulfoodcookbook.com blog. Today I'm going to be doing a recipe from my blog called Old Fashioned Pound Cake. So let me show you what I'm doing here. I have several ingredients to go over here with you. So there's 3 sticks of butter. The recipe itself calls for a cup and a half of butter or margarine. I'm going to use butter, so 3 sticks makes a cup and a half. I also have 3 cups, the recipe calls for 3 cups of sugar. I'm going to be using 3 cups of Splenda. So those of you who have been following my recipe videos for a while know, I always replace the sugar with Splenda, but if you prefer regular sugar, go right ahead. I have a teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. I have a teaspoon of lemon extract. I have a tablespoon of freshly squeezed lemon juice straight off the lemon. I have a teaspoon of grated lemon rind, also known as lemon zest. I have 6 large eggs. I've got 3 cups of all-purpose flour. I have a teaspoon of baking powder. I have a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And I have 4 ounces or half a cup of evaporated milk. I have a loaf pan here that I'll be cooking it in. And I'm going to be using some pan baking spray on that loaf pan. If you prefer, you can just, instead of the pan baking spray on your loaf pan, you could use like some grease and flour to grease that pan. So what I'm going to start with here in this recipe, I'm going to preheat my oven to 425 degrees. I'm going to spray that pan baking spray on that pan. And I'm also going to take the butter, I'm going to put it in a bowl, and I'm going to beat that butter in that bowl until it's light and fluffy. So I'll bring you right back when I'm done with that. Alright, so I've been blending this butter till it's light and fluffy. And so the next step here, I'm going to take this Splenda sugar. Well, if you want to use sugar, you use sugar, but I'm going to take this Splenda half a cup at a time. I'm going to be mixing it into the bowl and keeping the blender going to stir up that Splenda, or if you use sugar, along with the butter that's been whipped up so that it's all well blended together. I'm going to bring you right back as soon as I'm finished with that. Alright, so I've stirred in my Splenda, in your case might be sugar, into that butter, got them all blended up really well. Next, I'm going to be adding the vanilla extract, the lemon juice, and the lemon rind all into the bowl here and mixing that all up. I'll bring you back once I've got that completed. Alright, so I've added in my vanilla extract, my lemon extract, my lemon juice, and my lemon rinds. I've blended those all in well in the bowl here. Next, I'm going to be adding those eggs one at a time, blending those into the bowl as well. And I'm going to bring you back after I get those eggs all blended in. Okay, so I've added my 6 eggs to the bowl with the other ingredients here. Now I'm going to take the flour here, I'm going to put that into a bowl. And I'm going to also add my baking powder to that bowl. And my salt to that bowl, that separate bowl. Just mix those up really good. And what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to alternate adding this and mixing it, and my evaporated milk, adding that and mixing it all into the same bowl here. So once I get them all blended and added into the bowl there, well mixed together, I'm going to bring you right back. We'll be putting that into the baking pan. Alright, so I've got everything mixed together here, all stirred up well. I am now going to take and pour it into my loaf pan. so that I can get it in the oven. As you can see, it's very thick and rich there. And we'll get this all into the oven and start baking it. When I get it into the oven, I'm going to start baking it at that 325 degrees for about 70 to 80 minutes until I can stick something in it and it come out clean. So I'm just getting this out and going to flatten it down so it's a nice pretty loaf. Almost got all my batter there. I want to make sure I get it all. Alright, just smooth that out a little bit so that it doesn't look odd, so make it look nice. Alright, now I'm going to get my already preheated oven open and stick this pan right in there. Alright, so there we go. I'll bring you back in about 70-80 minutes to have a look at what comes out. Alright, 70 minutes have passed. I'm going to go in there and get this pound cake out and give it a little test to see if it's completely done. Alright, let me just stick the knife through it, see if it comes out cleanly. It's a little battery. I'm going to give that maybe 10-20 more minutes. It's also a little light on the top, obviously. So I'll bring you back. Let me get about 15 minutes and bring you back. Alright, so I waited about another 20 minutes because usually with pound cake it takes 90 minutes anyway. So I'm going to just check this real quick, see if it's done this time, and if it is, then I'll pull it out. Alright, just going to stick the knife in there. It's coming out pretty clean this time. I think we're done. So I'm going to pull it out. Turn my oven off. Alright, so here we have the finished product, the old-fashioned pound cake. I'm going to let it set for about 20 minutes, and once it's cool, I'll do a taste testing. Alright, it's had some time to cool off. I'm going to go ahead and slice into it and do a taste test here. Alright, so there's our slice of pound cake. Adjust the camera here. Alright. That's an A+ pound cake there. You can definitely taste that hint of lemon in there. It's awesome. So I recommend you try this recipe. This is one of 4 pound cake recipes on the soulfoodcookbook.com blog. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, tell your friends, subscribe to the channel, and good eating.